This is my demonstration of my burglar alarm as inspired by Paul McWhorter's Raspberry Pi lessons, and I think it was probably Raspberry Pi lesson 32 to 38, and this is the final product. Unfortunately it is really difficult to film the LCD screen, but I do what I can. Right, first of all I will run the program. And you can just about see on the screen the bottom line is a status line. It says not armed, or it will say armed or muted, and then whether there's an intruder or not. And the top line is a menu bar, so it says A to arm, C to change options, D to disarm, and star to quit. Right, so we will just try and demonstrate something. I will, on this keypad, I will press A to arm, and it says enter password, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, alarm armed. Right, now I've got the PIR, so we'll see. I triggered it. And there we have it. Right. Now I will press A. If you press A when it's armed, it says it's already armed, which makes sense. Right, I'll press D to disarm. D, enter password. 1, 2, 3, 4. That shows up as little stars, by the way, in case you couldn't read that. Right, so we've done, and I'll try disarm again, and it says already disarmed. Right, we'll try another option then. Option C is to change. Right, enter 1 to change password, 2 for alarm sounds, B to go back, star to quit. Right, we will try alarm sounds, so that's 2, and then it says choose alarm sound, 0 for rat, 1 for growling, 2 for, anyway, it's just a list of the alarm sounds. Then it says it's dogs, machine gun, well, anyway, we will choose 9, and then A to play. We've already had that one. Right, we'll go 8. A to play. 7. Right, we'll go 0. Right. 6. Play. 5. Oh, had enough of that. 1. Oh, scary dogs. Right, we'll try 2. That wasn't very scary. Number 3. Right, now you've heard all the alarms, you can choose which one you want, and let's try 0 and then press C to change, and it says enter password, which I know is 1 2 3 4. Alarm is now 0. Right, we go back, press B for back. Now we can press A to arm, and then we need the password 1 2 3 4. Right, I'll try and set it off. Right, then if we go to C to change again, 1 to change the password, we'll try that, change the password, enter password, 1 2 3 5. Oh, invalid password. Send password, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Right, we'll go 1 and password sent. Right, now that it has been sent as a text message. As you can see on the bottom of the shell, it's sent a text message saying what the password is. So we'll try again. Right, we'll go 1 to change the password. Now we go 1 2 3 4. Now it says new password, so you can go A B C D, and again A B C C. Passwords don't match. New password. Try again. A B C D, A B C D. Hurrah! Password's changed. Right, now it's enter 1 to change password, 2 to listen to the sounds. Now I don't want to do that, so B to go back. We're back to the main menu, which is A to arm, C to change, options, D to do it. So we'll try D to disarm, A, B, C, D. Right. Oh, there's one thing I haven't shown you. If we go to arm again, A, B, C, D. You can see it says armed intruder when it's playing. And then it's all clear again. But if you go into change while it's armed, you go change, and then you're changing the alarm sound. And to stop it getting really confusing, the armed has changed to muted. So we will see what we could do, and then we'll try playing another one, like 2. And when you go back, it says armed again, and it will, even though it's just played the Hootsman, the alarm is still the same as it was. Right. Now, the only thing I haven't shown is star to quit. Enter password, A, B, C, D, turning off, and there we have it. Right, that's enough of that. I will just explain a bit of the code. You start off and you're importing the keypad and the LCD, everything, and threading. I'm using 2 threads in this program. I'm using 1 thread to display on the LCD. I have to do this because as it's scrolling, I can't just go LCD right. It has to be done in the background. And whoops, don't know what happened there. Whoops. Sorry about this. Right, there we have it. This is VNC on my Raspberry Pi, and we've forgotten about the camera, which is much better. Right, first of all, I set up the keypad GPIO numbers, and then the names of the sounds to help you out, and then I've got the length. No, I haven't. I've got the I set up the long message for choosing the sounds. This is a terrible video, I'm very sorry, but it's very difficult to do. Then the display on the LCD. If the line is less than 16 characters, I pad it out with spaces so that it obliterates what was on there before. But if it's more than 16, I add 3 spaces to the beginning and 3 spaces to the end, which means when it's scrolling, you'll know when it reaches the end of the message. And then it just does doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie, scrolling the message. Very badly, because I wrote it myself and I haven't done it before. Right, then we go down to the other thread that is check for intruders. And I'm using GPIO 0 import motion sensor. And here I've set the sound duration of the alarms because some are 29 seconds long and one's only 3 long. And we'll look at that later. Then it's just, if it's not armed, you do that. If there's an intruder, if it's armed, you play the alarm. But if it's muted, which is when you're in the menu for altering this, changing what alarm sounds you have, it won't play the alarm. Right. Then we just have this check password, and we don't want to display the password, so every time we hit the, press a key on the keypad, it displays another star, so you know how many you've put in. And then it's just, if you've forgotten, do you want to be sent a reminder? Then that is just entering the password, and then this, I'm using click send to send the password via a text message. Right, I'm also saving, I've kept my variables, the password and everything, in a file which I've pickled. So at the very beginning of the program, that's the start of the program, you open the file with pickle and you load in the password, whether the default is for it to be armed or not, the default alarm sound, then the email, the telephone number, the username and API key are all for sending the text message. Then we come down and we start off, we see what the default state was and we set it to be armed or not armed, and then we start the thread for the intruder checking, and then the thread for the displaying on the LCD. Right, then we start here. This is the main menu when it's A to arm, C to change options, D to disarm, and then within that you within that while loop, you are checking to see whether it's A, D, C or B. And the A is just setting the alarm, D is disarming the alarm, C is the interesting one. C, you then go into another menu, which is, so you decide whether you're changing the password or looking at the alarm sounds, or B to go back, start to quit. And then here's where you enter your password, and you need to confirm the password. Now, if you're playing the tunes, you choose which tune you want, 0 to 9, and then if you press A, you play it, and if you press C, you set the default sound to be that sound, and you go save defaults, which if you go up here, save defaults, you're just saving everything to your pickle file. Then we'll go down here and when you first go into playing about with your alarm sounds, if it's armed, it actually changes it to muted so that they don't interfere with each other, because if you try to listen to something and the alarm's going off, it's all very, very confusing. And then at the end of that, you change it back to armed if it was muted. And all the way through, in every menu, if you press B, it goes up a menu, and if you press asterisk, it will quit the program. And just one other thing, let's send that, no, up here in the intruder alarm. If it's armed and if there's an intruder, you are playing the alarm, and then because it depends on how long the alarm is, that's a sleep, ZZZ, for how long the alarm is. So it might be 29 seconds, it might be 3 seconds. Anyway, there you have it. Very bad video, I'm sorry.